Jimmy Neutron, boy killer.
We're reading this
We're
one.
gonna read this one.
Evan, are you just gonna be the spooky reading
Yeah,
guy?
okay.
It's on Reddit.
Yeah, it's
on Reddit, and
it's
there's a
on
picture
Reddit
of Jeff the Killer.
Creepypasta. It's on Reddit Creepypasta.
You know the story behind that picture?
Yeah.
Huh.
Jeff the Killer.
No, the story behind that
I
picture is
heard it, but I
this
don't remember.
one chick. She was on 4chan or whatever, and she just like posted a selfie, and then everyone just like made
yeah,
fun
isn't
of
it
her.
like really fun? Like she didn't she like kill herself?
Yeah. Like apparently she killed herself.
So Jeff the Killer, like the fucking like origin of Jeff the
like,
Killer is like more messed up than the fucking shitty story.
Yeah, not the killer, but that's
Wait,
like the picture.
Well, did they make the Jeff the Killer story of the picture, or
No,
was
they
the
made
picture
the-
like after the story?
No,
the picture was
So some chick posted like a selfie on 4chan, and a bunch of people like roasted her, and they made like photoshops of it. And Jeff the Killer, that picture.
They basically like took the picture and edited it a little bit and made it the Jeff the Killer one.
And then it got and then the picture without context got posted on like Newgrounds or something.
Yeah.
And then people started making up stories off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
So, today we're gonna do our reading of Jimmy Neutron, Boy Killer, narrated by Evan. Hold on.
Holy
That's a-
shit.
This one looks like a long one, but
But it
I
might
will
not-
I will speed
It
through it.
might not be that long when we read through it all,
Yeah,
because the window is like switched.
guess.
I'm gonna do a faster reading of this one.
No, do it to where we can understand the story.
Well,
The
yeah,
one
yeah, yeah.
on
No, I'm
Friday.
not gonna summarize. I'm not
Jimmy
gonna
Neutron
summarize.
said, "I am God."
I'm not gonna summarize, but
I'm
I'm not gonna be
God.
like Jimmy Neutron, Boy Killer.
Yeah, just read it more normal. Don't do your creepy voice.
It was a normal Friday afternoon. My friends and I went to the video store to rent a movie for us to watch that night.
Fuck up.
We were scrolling through the shelves until my friend called us over.
Oh yeah, you have to read out all the
Yeah, we're
typos
reading
as
out the
they're spelled.
typos. So, he showed us a case called Jimmy Neutron. Lost episode. Me and my friends were big Jimmy Neutron fans back then, so we decided to rent that instead of the movie. Later that night, we opened the case. A note fell out of it. It said, "Whatever you do, don't watch this episode. I saw it and I regret it so much. I don't want that to happen to someone else. Please don't watch it for your own sake. If you do watch it, you will never be able to sleep again."
This is like
Okay,
my
yeah,
friend
just a
said
side comment. What a fucking asshole you are to return it to the store.
Yeah, what?
I don't watch it,
This is
man.
a shitty setup.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah, it's
usually
usually
it's like-
you should just take the L and like the not returning the.
Yeah,
thing.
Usually it's like I found it at a garage
It's-
sale or
it's
something
another lost
somewhat
episode
believable, But like no, I just went to family video and there was Jimmy Neutron cursed.
the curse. Yeah. Okay. So continuing.
They had a full-on shelf dedicated.
Yeah, it's like this is the cursed lost
the
episode
lo-
that makes you kill yourself category. 5% off. Buy one get one free.
If you get a gumball, you can rent 2 for free, so you can die twice as fast.
Yeah, if you get A's on your report card, you get free ones.
Alright, continuing. My friends and I thought that this note was only written to make the episode seem scary before we watch it. Maybe it was a Halloween-themed episode? The note made us want to watch the episode even more.
That part's realistic.
My friends and I disobeyed the note and put the disc in the player. This was a night that wouldn't be forgotten. Usually,
Sexy.
DVDs have advertisements or commercials before the DVD played before the show/movie, but oddly, this one didn't.
I mean, maybe it was
I'm
ripped.
fucking spooked.
The
solid.
screen went black for about 15 seconds until the opening came on.
You had a stopwatch.
We were confused because usually there were options to choose before the movie began, such as play, scene select, and
This
extras.
is just explaining what a DVD is.
We just decided to go with it. The opening was very odd. It wasn't animated like it was supposed to be. It was a mix of cartoon and CGI. The theme song was playing backwards. We thought it had the same purpose as the note. The title said, "Jimmy's Fault."
Was parents getting a divorce?
We thought it was an odd title. It didn't have the normal background with the Neutron. The fucking... yeah! The nucleus, you mean. Instead, it was a pitch black background. The show began with Jimmy at school showing yet another invention for show and tell.
There's gonna be like showing off his gun.
It was a time machine. He was demonstrating its use. He asked if anyone wanted to try it out. Jimmy's best friend, Carl Weezer, raises his hand. Carl steps into the time
What,
machine,
does Carl go back in time and like buy a slave?
and Jimmy gives him instructions on how to function it. The time machine begins to sputter, and thunderbolts go flying everywhere. Instead of sending Carl back in time, the machine explodes!
No, he was so
Carl's
sick.
blood bursts all over the screen! It was hard to see everything, but I heard someone who sounds like Cindy screaming and saying that Carl's brain and other body parts were on the floor.
I wouldn't be scared of this. I would be laughing my ass off if I saw this. Carl just fucking died. This is awesome.
The screen,
Fucking sweet.
the screen wiped off the blood. Yes, it grew hands and wiped off the blood, and zoomed in on Carl's brain, guts, and heart. Oh, and his scapula.
What?
My friend Lewis ran to the
Are you
bathroom.
really
to
just
puke.
gonna go and throw up when some CGI guts come on the screen?
The camera then points the camera towards. The camera then points the camera. The camera then points the camera towards Jimmy,
What camera? It's an animation.
who has a smile on his face.
Don't worry about that.
Ooh.
It looks like Jimmy was planning to kill Carl, and the explosion was no accident.
Fucking Sherlock Holmes.
Everyone looks at Jimmy with an angry face.
Oh, you assholes.
Someone yells at Jimmy and calls him a bitch for killing Carl.
Jimmy, you bitch.
I like to think the teacher's just kind of chilling there, like,
The teacher's
that was
like-
pretty cool.
They chase him out of the school. Jimmy flies away on his hovercraft, laughing demonically. He looks down at his fellow students and says, You all will pay for this! He then flies away back to his house. When he gets home, Jimmy's parents are on the couch giving an angry look. His father then points toward the TV. It seems Carl's death has spread all over the news.
Already? Didn't that just
It's only been 2 minutes, but apparently everyone in the whole city knows Carl's dead, and it was Jimmy's fault.
Yeah, it's fucking Carl.
The newsman
thickest.
shows a picture on Jimmy, and says it was all his fault, but they do not know where he is. Gee, they could have just followed him. Jimmy's mom asks why he do it. Jimmy's mom asks why did he do it. Tears all over her face.
It's fucking hilarious.
Jimmy says that Carl was a terrible friend and a loser, and that he deserved to die.
Oh, you're grounded.
His parents then tell him that he is grounded forever. Jimmy tells them that it didn't matter, because he was planning to kill them too.
You don't just tell somebody that you're gonna kill them, like, oh,
Oh,
you
hold on.
You fucking idiot.
Jimmy walks toward them and kills them with a knife off screen. Where did the knife come from? No, you're not gonna know.
It's the butt plug knife that I designed.
Jimmy's parents' cries can be heard, followed by blood all over the furniture.
So it would be fucking hilarious.
We can
Imagine
we can hear blood all over the furniture.
You can hear it?
Yep. This scene now changes to Jimmy in his lab with his robot dog Goddard. Sheen comes in and confronts Jimmy
Oh, Sheen.
with tears dripping from his
if,
face.
imagine just fucking Sheen crying like, Jimmy.
Why you kill Carl?
I love Sheen. What the hell?
Sheen tells him that Jimmy is a monster.
Jimmy, you're a monster.
And that he is calling the police to arrest him. Jimmy says that Sheen can call the police, but he won't reach the police.
What?
Sheen,
You can call him, but no.
We have shitty reception out here.
we have shitty reception in my underground lab. Sheen runs toward the nearest telephone and dials 911. Jimmy
You do that before going down there to confront him?
Jimmy pulls out a knife and walks slowly toward him, but his dog Goddard is trying to stop him from killing Sheen. Jimmy then stabs Goddard on his solid metal back,
Yes, Goddard's a
and
robot.
Goddard dies. Yeah, like Goddard has like a brick of metal of a body, and apparently this knife can go right through steel.
And kill it. Kill a robot.
Jimmy kicks dead Goddard's corpse Not corpse, copes.
Just even
Out of the
aside
way.
From the typo, dead Goddard's corpse.
This is where me and my friends are almost at the point of crying.
Not Sheen, no!
This
Goddard!
this wasn't right. This wasn't the Jimmy Neutron we knew.
This isn't the Jimmy that we know.
Sheen then finally reaches 911, but before he could even say a word, a knife is seen coming out of his head. Sheen's head is cut open and his brain falls out with a kitchen knife.
Jesus.
The camera stares at Sheen's corpse for about 10 seconds. The next couple of scenes made us want to cry.
What the fuck?
They're just still thinking about
This
Sheen
next
and
scene
Goddard.
will
Alright,
shock you.
we're at the last quarter, so hang in there, folks.
You won't believe nothing.
The screen says 5 hours later. The next few scenes showed all of Jimmy's victims dead while playing creepy music. Cindy is showed in her room. Aw, the typos are getting really bad.
They just
Cindy,
gave up at this point. For the home stretch.
Cindy is showed in her room with her head opened as if she was shot in the head. She also has her eyes and arms removed, with blood drenching her body. The next scene was Libby's corpse at her house. She had her stomach ripped out and her heart and other organs were all over the floor. Next was Nick, the popular kid, who was in like 2 episodes. He was showed dead at the candy bar along with other kids. He had his head stapled on the wall. That's a pretty big...
He had his head stapled on the wall.
He had his head stapled on the wall. That's
Jimmy was like, I'll let you kill yourself.
That's a pretty big staple if you can put a head to the wall. While his body was wide open, with his organs all over the bar as if he ate a bomb.
That's a pretty... What the fuck?
The other kids all had the same fate as Nick.
Jimmy put fucking little nano
Yeah.
bombs in all their ice cream.
It seems as if Jimmy had killed everyone in Retroville. Yes, this normal fucking kid gets a knife and goes mad, and he kills everyone, and no one can stop him. The scene then switches to him walking down the street with blood all over him. The police finally confront him and arrest him. How could they arrest him if everyone's dead?
No witnesses.
However, Jimmy pulls out a gun, puts it in his mouth, and kills himself.
What the
Hold
fuck?
up,
This
he's
is the...
arrested, and then he's just like...
This is the fucking...
His blood and body parts splattered all over the place. The screen now says Retroville, population 0.
Then who changed the sign?
And who arrested him? The show was now over, but there were no credits. My friends and I were now bawling like a bunch of crybabies.
We were all sobbing like a bunch of pussies.
We wish we had listened to the note. We took the DVD and buried it at the park.
So they didn't return it. Good.
We reported this to the video store and they gave us our money back.
Yeah, we saw like a cartoon and scarred us for life.
We hope
Can
that
we bet
nobody would
$5?
dig it for whatever reason and find it. If they do, pray to God that they listen to the note and don't disobey it like us idiots did.
Damn, bravo, dude.
Now we have 3 comments. Charles can read the comments.
Damn, bravo, dude, but damn. I kind of really want to see this episode. I don't know why, but it's almost like I need to. Pretty good, 7.5 out of 10.
What I did like about this creepypasta, and it's the only thing, is how we know Jimmy Neutron like by heart. So like every scene you could think in your head with like no problem.
Yeah.
But that's like every single goddamn creepypasta about a show ever.
Yeah.
So congrats, you got the 1 point every single creepypasta gets.
The one thing with creepypastas is that, like, a lot of the stuff they try to pass off as scary is laughable. Like, if I saw Jimmy Neutron and fucking Carl just got blown up and then some kid was like, Jimmy, you bitch, you killed Carl, I would fucking laugh so hard.
Like, there would need to be a scene where, like, Jimmy, like, he goes to Carl and he's like, hey, I got a time machine in the janitor's closet. And then he lures Carl into the closet and then he murders him. And then it cuts to Carl and then it's like, oh, then it's like, oh, blood,
It
gore.
was in like classroom show. You fucking idiot! You keep
Evan
watching-
keeps
Shut
knocking
up.
down the
Shut up.
microphone.
Fucking,
It
oh my
was-
god.
It was like in the middle of show and tell or whatever at school, so.
Just like,
Jimmy, you bitch.
yeah, like,
Seriously though,
they
I-
yelled at Jimmy, Jimmy, you bitch. Jimmy flew away on his hovercraft and was like, you'll all pay for this. What?
for what?
Your
For
actions?
calling me a bitch for killing Carl. Well, you didn't have to call me a bitch.
Fuck.
I
Oh.
just want to know what the teacher's doing. Like,
Honestly,
just laughing. Like that was fucking
If this-
sweet.
if
Do it
this-
again.
Yeah, like we got 29 more
Now
shits
do
in
it
this
to Sheen.
classroom.
Do it to Sheen.
if this isn't one of those creepypasta DVDs that make you like kill yourself or whatever, it's just like messed up, but it doesn't make you kill yourself or anything, then I would watch the shit out of
Oh
this.
yeah.
Well, yeah,
I would-
it says the last person
buried
who
it.
watched it never got to sleep again.
No.
But there's no mention of that to this author,
They
so that's not consistent. And
Six.
consistency is important.
6 upvotes on Reddit. Should we say who wrote this or?
Yeah, sure.
By PokeNerd15.
That checks out.
Yeah.
Username
Alright,
checks out.
that was fucking good. I want another shit one like that.
See, that was a classic creepypasta, right down to like
Yeah.
fucking like it's a lost episode that is very spooky and bloody.
And you'll never sleep again.
I'm just sad Jimmy didn't say I am God.
But whatever happened to Lewis in the bathroom with his puke? Did he ever come out?
Yeah.
Is Lewis okay?
Is your friend Lewis?
The sequel is gonna be like the Revenge of Lewis.
Like Lewis walks out of the bathroom. Everyone's
You
gone.
guys shouldn't
It's
have
been
shown
10
that.
years. It was so gross he puked for 10 years straight.
Comes out, pulls a knife out. You guys shouldn't have shown that.
He comes out, he's Carl Weezer.